For this week's discussion board post, we were asked to describe one of the effects of cognitive load theory that was discussed throughout this week's reading. And cognitive load theory looks to explain and predict the allocation of both working memory and long-term memory, and that's according to Antonenko, Van Gogh, and Paz in our Holder research textbook. So one effect that really stood out to me was that emotionally charged experiences result in stronger memories, and these memories go to the long-term memory storage more often than the working memory. And this means a lot to me because as an early childhood educator, as a preschool director, which you can maybe hear the crying in the background because I'm at work now, but it stands out to me because I see when kids have meaningful experiences and when they're exposed to things in a way that is intentional and meaningful to them, how much better they retain it. So with that being said, I did want to address the neuromyth that the Holder textbook describes. And this particular neuromyth is that the critical period, when most synapses from birth to age 3 are present and are developing, and it seems like the Holder textbook kind of discredits this, but I think that our Simon-Spin, Smaldino, and Sevick textbook really hits the nail on the head. They said that when the individual is considered, so for this case, when the child is considered, characteristics like attitude, interest, prior experiences, cognitive ability, or lack of ability, and learning style will all have an impact. So I think that that's much more meaningful than this neuromyth and saying that birth through age 3, the synapses, it's not a big deal because it is a huge deal. And like I said, in the classroom, I see that all the time. I found an article in Why See Young Children by Shiflett, Toledo, and Mattoon that said that when children between ages 2 and 3 are exposed to things that interest them by using technology, so computers, tablets, electronic whiteboards, that their social skills increase and that their problem behaviors decrease. And when it's presented in a meaningful way, that's when these things happen. So I think that you really cannot discredit the synapses and the birth through age 3 as that critical period. And the emotionally charged experiences that kind of couple that. So I think that with cognitive load theory, that's something that's really important to consider for not only early childhood education, but for education at all different levels.